You'll be going to the gym, busting your ass for like a year. Maybe it takes a little longer. And just like on the YouTube channel, like in the beginning, hardly anyone's paying any attention. No one's watching your videos. But then maybe a year later, a complete stranger just walks up and is like, damn, what you doing? Like, subscribe. I don't know why I like that joke so much. Starting a YouTube channel is a hell of a lot like going to the gym. It's tough at first. The results do start to pay off. Hi, welcome back to day 22, I believe. I'm losing track now. Day 22 of my ridiculous 99-day YouTube challenge. It's Sunday. It's super casual here. I'm the only person in the office building. And if you've watched any of these videos in the past, you do know that I rent this space. And on Sunday, the temperature in the office is a little weird. And so anyway, I'm a little extra casual. But wanted to put this video together because I've been noticing a lot of similarities between starting this YouTube channel and going to the gym. It reminds me so much of the advice that I give to people who were like wanting to take on that other hobby of mine, which is hitting the gym, which I talked about yesterday. And I promise this is not going to be a fitness channel at all, but it's a topic that I know, and it's a topic that I'm comfortable talking about. And in the beginning, that's the whole point of this, is I need to get comfortable with this process. So I'm going to be talking about things that I know. So starting a YouTube channel and going to the gym are similar in tons of different ways. In the beginning, you have to overcome that initial resistance. I can't tell you how many test videos I shot in this space. One day, and I'll show this video at some point, I literally broke down because I was doing another test video. I was comparing the 16mm lens with this other kind of lens, and what should I have in the back, lighting, like, oh my God, it was ridiculous. What I really needed to do was just effing start. And it just required me to take this challenge on. So when you watch the first video, you'll see that I'm not even sure why I'm coming up with 99 days, but I do know that the consistency was critical for me to get off the damn couch and start doing this. And the gym is the same way. What I tell people is that the inertia of going to the gym in the beginning is so strong. So inertia being like this force that keeps you from going to the gym, a force that keeps you from getting that backpack, a force that allows your body to like just want to just chill that day, right? But after you get some momentum going, after you go for a week or two, the bag is easier to pack. It's just easier to go. The resistance becomes less. So in those initial days, you have to overcome the resistance of starting this and the resistance of going to the gym. I find them very similar. You're going to build strength over time. I 100% knew nothing about how to do this, and I wandered around just trying to consider like how I wanted to go about doing this. I worried about editing. I worried about how to even stick the damn memory card in the camera. In the beginning, I was completely clueless about the basics. There was multiple times. One time I put the sound card in, I keep calling it sound card, the memory card in completely backwards. I have multiple videos too where I have no audio playing whatsoever. I have one day where I just couldn't even post a video because I struggled for hours trying to get it out of my phone onto the camera or onto the platform. You're just walking around like an idiot. And that's the equivalent of at the gym. It's like, in the beginning, you're really clueless. You're walking around the gym. You're not sure what some of the equipment even does, but it's just baby steps, showing up, and just honestly, you grow muscle in the early days of going to the gym by just touching the weight. Every person that asks for advice about that world, which I do get asked about, I just say show up. If you show up, you're going to gain. And in the beginning, you don't really have to do anything. It's strength over time that you'll start to see happen. And what I'm noticing doing this YouTube channel is that 3 weeks in, I'm starting to see a little bit of benefits. In the beginning, no one in the world cares that you're doing this, and honestly, not very many care that I'm doing it still. But I'm starting to see a little bit. The needle's moving a bit. My attention is shifting a bit because I'm starting to get a little bit of something. I'm starting to feel a little bit of something doing this. And so therefore, now I'm even a little more motivated to keep obviously showing up. Remember yesterday I talked about discipline. I'm going to show up no matter what, but it helps to have a little motivation. And it's the same thing going to the gym. In the beginning, you're not going to notice a damn thing. Certainly after a day, please don't think anything happens after a day at the gym. After 3 weeks at the gym with some relative consistency, we're talking about like 3 days a week minimum. That's pretty good. You're going to feel different after 3 weeks. Then you're going to start celebrating some wins. And I talk a ton about that already. Celebrating small wins, celebrating those little moments where you lift a little bit better, celebrating the fact that I got a comment yesterday, and it was from my son, but it was a comment. It was a celebration. Also, yesterday's video got, get this, and I'll laugh about this hopefully someday, 20 views overnight. 20 views on a video that I really have only told like 4 people that I'm doing this, and I know a few of them don't care at all to even watch it. So this is developing with a little tiny bit of momentum, and it's worth celebrating. So I'm happy about the progress that I'm making, and in the gym, it's the same thing. Please celebrate those little moments where you see something in the mirror that looks a little different, you feel something a little different, you've lifted a little more, and you're going to keep building that strength. In the gym, it's called progressive overload. It's a real thing where you're just adding a little weight, maybe every couple of weeks, and seeing if you could lift it, and you're going to progress. If you progressively overload, you're going to grow. Every day I'm making progress here, and every week I'm focused on a different thing, and I'm going to commit to that focus area so that I can build progress over time. You're going to have to push through plateaus. At the gym, there's going to be moments where you're just feeling weaker than maybe you did last week. And it's measurable because the weight is obvious. And there were times that I just wasn't gaining strength. And I knew that maybe I needed to eat a little bit differently, or sleep a little bit differently, or adjust my technique a little differently. But honestly, I don't think it was any of those things. It was a mental moment where I just was feeling a little weaker, and I started questioning the whole point of it. Believe me, there's a lot of times you're questioning the whole point of it, because a lot of times you're sore, struggling to recover, and you're wondering, like, why am I doing this? Like, no, does anyone really care? Why am I doing this? And so you're going to have to push those through those plateaus. You're going to have to remain consistent. You're going to have to think of that growth mindset that I'm going to be talking about a lot here. The growth mindset of the point is you. The point is your potentiality, your lack of pain. When I've been doing the gym pretty consistently now, call it 2 years, and I have no pain. And I'm not a young guy. I know there's massive benefits to what I'm doing in my personal growth, in my brain, in my mental health, and also obviously my body. So pushing through those plateaus, you must just reach back to that growth mindset. Get rid of the negativity. We talk about that a lot here. Removing that negativity by focusing on the positive, and and it's going to happen. Here, same thing. Last night, even though I had some success, I didn't know yet that there was some little bit of momentum. And I definitely went to bed with some self-doubt. Like, what the hell am I doing here? Never mind the fact that truly in the beginning no one cares, but I'm like, why am I even doing this? I know I'm building it for other reasons too, but am I, like, why should I be, that self-doubt fought its way in, and I fought it off this morning. It didn't hang around too long, but believe me, it's a powerful thing. Self-doubt that I think I've heard people talk about, like, I can't think of the word, but when you're looking in the mirror and you think that you're never going to actually get the gains that other people get, body dysmorphia maybe. I'm no expert in any of these areas, but there are times that you just don't think you're ever going to actually get to whatever your vision is for what you're doing in the gym. And that's, again, that self-doubt. So we're going to fight through that. The gym and starting a YouTube channel are similar because of the need for some accountability, some community. And what you'll find is once you continue to show up, once you become quote unquote a regular, and there are regulars, once you are consistent, you're going to notice the others that are consistent in the gym. You're going to build relationships with a few. There are certainly plenty that have no interest in chatting with you, and honestly, vice versa. I tend to keep to myself. I have my headphones in. I do my thing. I'm a individual at the gym. I don't do a whole lot of group stuff. But I do chat with a few people that I've met over time. There's accountability. They're supporting me. I'm supporting them mainly by just like seeing each other. There's a lot to that. And the people around you after a while are 100% going to be supportive of your efforts in the gym because it's noticeable. Like they definitely are interested now. Like you cross 9 months to a year, the results are noticeable to everyone and they support it. So that accountability gets built. On the YouTube platform, I know, I can't speak to it yet because I'm in the earliest days, but the accountability will be the viewers, the people who comment, the people who subscribe, the people who participate in this. That's where the accountability will come in. And the community is just all the other creators that have gotten me the confidence to do this, and also just by helping me in my own life with their material and my desire to give back. So that accountability and community is so critical. So, and just the results. Like I can't speak to the results from YouTube because again, I'm just getting started. But I know the results are there. I know the payoff is there. And I promise you, going to the gym gives you that same kind of feeling. It's your story, it's your mission. Whenever you're fighting that negativity, whenever you're thinking of backing off and quitting, just remember think of the reason that you want to do it. Don't go to the gym for anybody else but yourself and what your goals are. And don't start a YouTube channel when you're thinking about other people's idea of how this should happen. I don't know how to edit very well. It's super time consuming. I haven't yet figured out I'm not prioritizing finding an editor. So I'm doing a totally one-shot style. And so like this is a one-shot video and I don't think it's going to be a big deal if I do that for a little while. So I'm choosing to do it for me. And I'm not going to let the voices of, oh, you have to have this kind of edit, you have to have this kind of, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it this way for a little while because that's the only way that I can pull this off. So do your life in both ways. Focus on you and enjoy the process. Enjoy the wins, enjoy the process, and let's celebrate our successes together. Checking out.